welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
And remember, our goal is always to guide you to personal and financial wellness.
Thank you for coming back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, and hopefully you didn't go away because the first thing was amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing with two rock stars. We're talking the dynamic duo of JOANNE LITTMAN with Keller Williams Westlake and Scott Edwards, the mortgage doc with Skyline Home Loans. You two are amazing, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You guys are so shy.
I'm
Not passionate at all.
working on that.
Not real. I love you guys because that's what we want. We have so many people that show up on the show and they think they have to have like a canned presentation or it's an infomercial. But I love that you guys are real. You love what you do, you're passionate about what you do, and you love helping people. Not the cliche way. You're very real. And I'd love to start off, it's okay, Gino, to start off with how you initially start a relationship, I'd say. Because a lot of agents are trained. We watch the brokers train them to come in with a contract with a goal of getting that signed. But your goal is to make sure that you guys relate and can build a long-term relationship. Am I right?
100% right.
Yay, I get a gold star.
You do get a gold star today.
I think you've done well.
You
Yes. So the first thing I tell somebody, whether I meet them in person, it could even be a client from my sphere or an online lead, because I do a lot of online leads as well. And the first thing I tell them is if we're not best friends at the end of this transaction, I didn't do something correctly.
That's fair.
And so I kind of treat the whole thing like dating, right? So whether it's speed dating, your first date is over coffee, my treat, of course. Let's get to know each other. You know, she's got purple hair and, you know, she's not kind of
What
like
if they catch
the other
that on
kids.
the camera there?
I know, let's hope.
Happy Halloween.
Right? But it's me, though. That's the thing. And that was one thing is I'm true to me,
Yes.
right? And then to my clients. And so let's get to know each other. What if I don't like them? And then obviously, what if they don't like me? Because it goes both ways.
Yep.
So date one is kind of over coffee. We'll talk a little bit about real estate, no contracts. And then date two might
What was
be,
that?
I
No
don't actually, I
contracts?
don't do a buyer broker agreement, especially not at the beginning. Now, I will bring them up and discuss it because sometimes clients feel that they need it. They need to know I'm committed to them as just as though they're committed to me.
That's what that is.
Right, and so if that's the case, hey, I'll commit on paper, but let's get to know each other first. Really, are you going to propose on the first date to someone and say, let's go
Not
get
again.
married? Right? It doesn't always work out.
I don't even remember her name.
Same with real estate. So it's really just getting to know each other. You know, do they have dogs? Are they planning on having children? How many children do they already have? And then our second date might be going to look at a few properties, again, without a buyer broker. They might not even be pre-approved. And I know, totally like what all the other agents do. They're like, oh, you have to be pre-approved to go out. In a lot of cases, you do. Depending on what your price point is. Now, some selling agents and sellers actually require to know that you're pre-approved before they'll even let you into the home.
Right.
Yep.
So then if that's the case, I call Scott. Hey, Scott, I kind of need a little letter. This is what we're dealing with, and he might help me with that process. But I don't want them to feel so pressured, okay? Now, by the time we're on our second date, I already kind of know what their credit is. I already sort of know where they work and how long they've been there, and really kind of what the houses are looking at, because we're looking at houses. Now, in between...
Does that matter? Because you've had other clients that said they had an agent that wasted 6 hours of their life.
Oh my gosh, I have the best story, you guys. So I met
This is
someone...
important because part of your job is not just the negotiation process, it's basically saving them time. Everybody wants you to save time and find the right home for them, not just show them homes to show them homes.
Could you imagine? So I meet these people online. Actually, I called Scott because I thought it was a really funny story. I meet these people online. She calls, she goes online, and I call her. She answers the phone, and she says the first thing out of her mouth is, I already have an agent. Fantastic. That tells me two things. Number one, either your agent isn't doing their job, or number two, you haven't actually told your agent what you're looking for, and you think you might be able to save your agent some time.
Love that.
Okay? It happens. It's real. And even I work with buyers, and my buyers will say, I'm looking online. Great. Well, just make sure you do this. Right? It's
Yeah,
fine.
and the reality, too, is if you're looking online, you're really not always looking at the best data.
No.
So it's unfortunate. You're looking at houses that have already been sold, houses that are off the market, fake foreclosures, all kinds of stuff happens online because not everything online is true.
True. And
Same
that's
with real estate.
That's a great point. I'm really glad that you brought that up because people are so believing in what they read. You know,
Yeah.
this whole fake news thing. It's like fake real estate news.
yeah.
It's the
we've
same.
done it
Fake
where it's-
house.
Yeah. We always
Like-
laugh about the one that says covered patio. When we looked at the pictures and the real pictures, we're like, it's an umbrella.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't
and
count.
it sold in 2001.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's not even available. So these people, they said they'd been with their agent for a year, and they went out once within a year's time for 6 hours, and I was so excited for them. Great, you must have saw 10 homes. No, we saw 3. Okay, well, what areas are you looking in? Santa Clarita, fantastic. So where were the homes that you saw? One was in Santa Clarita, one was in Van Nuys, and one was in Long Beach.
What'd they do?
What
Work
was
for
that all
Uber?
about?
Let's work for Uber.
I literally laughed out loud, and then I apologized for being semi-unprofessional, but then at that point it's like, really? Are you serious? So long story short, they said they had a buyer-broker agreement signed, and you know, obviously, out of respect for whoever this agent is, I said, I'm so sorry that I cannot help you. We met for coffee, just because now they're begging. And turns out it wasn't even a buyer-broker. They had some relationship regarding agency versus client signature. Wasn't a buyer-broker.
Nice.
So here I am now. We're looking at homes. We've been shopping now for just about 2 months. And I hope to go into escrow this week with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. See, I love success stories. That's what I mean. And hopefully you're listening to JOANNE Littman with Keller Williams Westlake that works with Scott Edwards, the mortgage doc with Skyline Home Loans right out here in Valencia, because you have real people that care about you, put the effort, the time, ask the questions, gets to know you, and builds a relationship. Because if they can't sell you, who can? So you have to have somebody that's on your side.
And here's something important, right? Because unfortunately, that agent costs them thousands of dollars. The reality is, homes in the LA area have gone up 5, 6, 7%, and not having that right agent, or even if the interest rates have gone up a little bit since then too.
$25,000 to $50,000.
That's
easily.
right.
And
Just
they're
for not
aware of
having
that. Honestly, they are. And it's okay because now we've just sort of put that in the past, so we're just moving forward as best as we can.
Right.
That's all you can do. at
That's all
this
we can
age.
do.
I love that.
That's crazy though. I don't think people think of the concept of choosing the wrong agent could cost me money if I can't get into a house.
Well, and Scott, I'm sure when you do, mortgage coach and all the total cost analysis and break down the real options and stuff, sometimes lowest rate is not always the best program.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Correct.
especially when mortgage insurance is involved,
Right.
or if they have debt or whatever it is, lowest rate is not always the best way. And that's what basically your online lender is going to give you. I got the best rate. Well, good. It doesn't do them any good.
Well,
No.
it's the wrong structure. It's the wrong program sometimes, right? Best rate
Correct.
on the wrong program will cost you thousands.
Or online lending. What are your chances of getting your offer accepted?
Very little.
Right.
And this is like one of my favorite things when they're looking at those other online searches to buy a home. And it gives an estimated mortgage rate. Where did that number come from?
What
it's
is it tied
ridiculous.
to? They don't know the credit score. They don't know the
Holy
loan to value. They
moly.
know nothing. Right.
And so Scott and
That's
I
funny.
actually were working with somebody like that, and he was fixated on this number. And Scott, laid it out to him, and they accepted the number he had given. But people are just jaded out there, unfortunately. So again, that's why I have a good team.
Yeah.
Well, if you want a good team out there, we're going to get your contact information
Yep.
because I know you work with buyers and sellers
do.
passionately, and it's great that you work with buyers too. You love helping them find a home. Scott, there's nobody better than analyzing and building relationships. I've seen your emails. You give a lot of love. My goodness.
A lot of love, like
A lot of love.
pages.
Yes. And
It's a novel, not an email.
When you hear about, oh, my lender never communicated, you don't have
Wasn't
that with
Scott.
Scott the mortgage
No.
dog. Trust me on that. How can they get a hold of you two? Why don't you start,
So
Joanne?
my phone number is 818-974-1457. I am known as JOANNE Littman, that girl, on Facebook.
Love it.
And KellerWilliams.com, you can find me.
All right, Scotty.
And then for me, I'm on social media as Ask Scott the Mortgage Doc. And the name you know, the doc you can trust. And my phone number, though, is 661-373-1034.
Man, I just got to find out, when does your game show start?
Totally.
Totally. I love you guys. You guys are passionate. You're great for our industry, both of you guys. And I love that you guys are a great team because you need that. It's imperative to success. Completely imperative to success these days. So reach out to these guys. They are the best. Thank you for being part of our
Thank
show.
you. Thank you for having
All
me.
right, loved having you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Remember it forever.
Yeah,
That girl.
That girl. And Scott the mortgage dog.
Right.
All right, stay tuned because we got another great second half of the show. Miles McNamara, he is so important to everyone these days because unfortunately everybody's aging. You got to age with, what does he say?
Power.
Age with power. That's right, with Miles McNamara. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.